Hello, welcome back to another 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. I'm here with Sequino and I'm here with Chris McLennan, whose previous reviewer has not been on a review for a while, requested to return.
Yeah. I was getting thirsty.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, that's
sitting in my house, parched.
Funny you should say that. I've got some lovely beers that will quench our thirst, hopefully. But this is the first beer review. This is beer review 405, which is exciting. But it's the first substitution review. So it's a beer in the book, which is no longer brewed, but I've got some excellent substitution here. So this should have been Freedom Pioneer from England, an English lager. They no longer brew it. It's a sort of a hoppy English lager. They don't brew it anymore. And I met the actual people from the brewery at a vegan food festival in London at Alexandra Palace.
Could you have been any more hipster?
I reckon you could.
Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, I could have actually.
Did you have your red black lumberjack?
I could have. No, I didn't. It was
in the wash.
It was in the wash. Yeah, I could have actually eaten vegan food. No, I did. It was nice. So I met the people from the brewery and I said, "Do you actually do this beer anymore?" They went, "No, we don't, but we do 3 other lagers now." So I bought all 3 and I thought, "Wow, why don't we review all 3 and see what they're like?" So I've got
a real treat.
Yeah, so I've got Freedom Pils, which is their Pilsner lager, Freedom 4, which is a British lager, and Freedom Organic, which is a Helles lager. Now, I don't really know the difference between the 3. I'll be honest with you. I don't know the difference between a Helles and a Pilsner, and I don't really know what a British lager is in general. Chris, you're about to say something.
I mean, Pilsner and Helles are pretty much just regional things.
Oh, okay.
A British lager, I have no idea what that could really mean. Because
it's regional to Britain.
So
yeah, but it's not like a classic style, is it?
So
there's a lot of room for there to be a classic British style, I reckon.
So let's start with the British lager. I mean, just talking about the beer that it was. The beer Pioneer was basically a hoppy beer that had Challenger and Pioneer in it. So it's I'm not quite sure what it was. This one doesn't actually say what hops. Oh, First Golden Challenger. So it's not too far away from that one. So. They're from Staffordshire, by the way, this brewery. Have you seen anything from Freedom before?
I'm sure I've had a Freedom lager before, but I've not seen it split down like this, nor was it the Pioneer.
No. So they've all got different colours. So this one is the Blue Star. What about the design, do you think? I quite like the design.
Yeah,
it's very clear.
Funky, I think.
Bit like a dartboard. So let's crack this one open. They've got no stories to them. They are just what they are. It just says... Born in the city, brewed in the country. So I guess, which basically will lead me to assume that the person
beer and shit.
Will lead me to assume that born in the city probably means it was someone who got out the rat race, some bored hedge fund manager who got out the rat race.
Is it a capital city or a small city?
No.
See, this is what happens if you don't put stories on the bottles like James makes them up for you.
It's uppercase all the way around. So who knows?
Yeah, don't know. Thanks for covering Chris's face there.
I mean, it's best for everyone.
Yeah, right. So this is the British lager, First Golden Challenger. First Gold, incidentally, is the beer, the hop I've got growing in my garden right now.
Lovely. Was that by deliberate choice, or is that just what you've discovered they are?
No, deliberate choice. I grew a bare hop root.
We made a few beers with hops we've just found. And it's always fun trying to identify what we have found.
And I'm gonna give some of the hop cones to Cal. Hopefully you're going to brew some beer. Do you brew as well?
I'm mainly with Cal.
Oh, well, there you go. You'll be able to take advantage of it then. Because I'm not going to brew it myself, but I'd like to give... Because First Gold is quite a nice hop, as we're about to do. So what we've got here, and there's no taste notes behind us, this is all about our own experiences. Very, very pale lager.
Smells lagery, quite nice, quite crisp, not too yeasty.
It's got quite a nice smell to it.
A nice bouquet.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the hops, it's not you don't often find First Golden Challenger in a lager, so that's interesting. And now they will be English hops, so it's obviously a British lager, so it'll probably be just British stuff. So let's go for the taste.
That's quite nice.
Yeah,
it's
I like that.
It's dry. It doesn't have too much of that heavy malt aspect, which like a lot of the German lagers do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I want lager, I normally want it to be quite dry and quite crisp.
Yes.
And that's basically what you're getting from this. It's pretty decent.
That is actually really quite nice.
Yeah, that's quite pleasant.
I hope you know, James, you've set a precedent by replacing one beer with 3. It's like, so it's 100, now 103 beers to try before you die.
Well, no, I think it's the only one I do it. It's mostly because they were there for sale. I'm like, well, let's try all their lagers and see what they're like. See which one we like. And just see if they're still making nice beer, the brewery.
I'm only coming round when it's substitute beer time. I've got high expectations though.
Good value.
Freedom, I don't know why it's called Freedom 4. I'm guessing it's 4%.
Just is.
Maybe it's got 4 ingredients, I don't know.
I'm getting quite a peppery taste now
after
a few sips of this.
I suppose.
Yeah, spring water, hops, yeast, malted barley.
Is it 4%?
It is 4%, so that'll be why.
All aspects.
Yeah, all aspects covered there by Freedom Brewery. Well done.
Anybody else getting pepper, or is it just me?
It's a bit. I don't know. Would I go so far as pepper?
I think that's a fairly decent
No,
beer.
I really like it. Well,
I see where I'm coming from.
I'm not normally a massive lager fan, but that's gone. Good.
Yeah, I have been recently,
enjoyed
but
that.
it's because it's been 1 billion degrees.
The brewery itself actually was started in the late 1990s, and it started in West London. So that also it started in the city and moved out to the country, right? That makes a lot of sense. So this is a brewery that's been around for a while. They appear to be still making nice beer. I've not crossed paths very often with them. So shall we try the Pils next, which is the next percentage one? This is 4.4 Freedom Pils. The hops. I really like the fact they do actually list what hops have got on it. SARS, Liberty, and Centennial.
Okay.
Don't know what that will mean. I know very much. I know SARS. That's a very, very common hop used in European lagers.
Yeah, Centennial hovers around in the background. A lot of sort of IPA and lager stuff. It's not normally like the big feature hop.
No. So let's see.
But then in lager, you wouldn't really expect there to much be one. So.
No, I mean. Obviously, there are really hoppy lagers out there. There's a lot of lagers now. You know, I think the first one I ever had from sort of British was Schiehallion, which is a very nice beer. But there's a lot of the really kind of highly hopped American lagers out there as well.
Yeah, you've got the Keller Pils, the Lost and Grounded, which is like good and hoppy lager. Santo, Siren Craft.
Yeah, quite a few. So this is the Freedom Pils. This is the Yellow Star.
Slightly darker.
Slightly
I'm
darker.
expecting a lot more malt body to it.
It smells a lot more malty, doesn't it?
Like a lot more malt body.
Although not overpoweringly so.
Let's go for the taste.
Yeah, it's not aggressively so.
That's very pleasant.
Yeah.
That doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Hasn't got that kind of strong malty hit that I was maybe expecting from the smell.
Yeah, it's still definitely there. It's like it's definitely a bigger body.
Yeah.
Like less summery affair.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I think I prefer that one. And I do like pilsners in general as a general concept.
So this is 4.4, so 0.4 more than the previous.
Yeah, I mean it does taste. It's got more of a depth of flavour to it. But it is.
It's quite nice.
It is nice.
I think I prefer the first one. But then generally with lager, I actually prefer. I find it quite funny in the pub if we have German people in and we've got Warsteiner and Paulaner on. And they think they don't understand why we would ever consider stocking Warsteiner, and we all prefer Warsteiner and Paulaner. We're German lager louds.
Is that because it's a weaker?
I think they think it's like devoid of flavour, and to me it's like that's kind of what I want it to be.
Yeah, I mean,
dry and just crisp.
It is interesting. So my girlfriend's currently in Canada, and she touched down. She was in Vancouver Airport, and she had a bit of wait time to a connecting flight. And she went to like this craft beer bar that was like a brewery tap for a local brewery, and they had all their. She sent me the menu, and they had all these options that are like normal price but look really great. And it's like a brewery, and then at the bottom, $2 more expensive, Stella. Yeah. And you're like, why people go?
Look, it's got the fancy adverts in French. James.
Yeah.
It's reassuringly expensive.
Well, it's really.
It was in 1994. Don't think it is anymore.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. I'd be happy drinking that.
And then the last of the three, which is the Freedom Organic Heller's Lager.
Stronger again, I imagine.
Yeah, 4.8.
Yeah.
And the hops are Hallertau and Tradition. Unless that is just Hallertau Tradition.
Tradition.
It looks like it's Hallertau Tradition because they've got commas on the others, don't they?
You're right. The hop is just one hop.
Because there's Hallertau Blanc and Hallertau Lytton.
Right, so Hallertau Tradition is the name of it. This one is the Green Star one. So
that's the new one on me.
Well, I know Hallertau. Hallertau's been a lot of the. Obviously, I've been looking at a lot of the hops and the beers I've been doing. Hallertau features a lot in the European beers.
Okay.
It's like SARS, Heller's. what's the difference in the regions of where do Pilsner come from?
Pilsner's
Where
actually
does
a
Helles come
Czech
from?
style, but like there's a lot of German breweries brewing a Pilsner specifically.
Presumably originates from Pilsen.
Yeah, and then Helles, I've mostly seen them like Bavarian, but I don't know if that's actually what, like where it originates or if it's in a similar vein to Pilsner. But I'm expecting this to be, you know, a step up body wise again.
Yeah.
So the Paulaner we have is their Munich Helles.
These are also another interesting thing to say about Freedom Brewery is, and the reason why I met them where I did, all the Bear Bees are vegan. So they're all, they only use, they use finings, but the non-isinglass finings.
Irish moss or something.
You've immediately got an advertising in there. They're called Freedoms. They basically need someone to dress up like Mel Gibson with a blue face.
Well, they're
just shout vegan really loudly.
They're both organic and vegan. So I think
You just not go for that joke at all. Just like anyone, go to ignore him, carry straight on. Whatever.
Let's
just pretend that never happens.
And that is their shtick, though. That is their USP. Is the reason they're called Freedom is because they're free from all the stuff, so anyone can drink them. Which is a nice idea. Right, Freedom Organic. Paler than the last one. As pale as the first one, probably.
Yes, paler. I think
it is very pale. Right, smell. Not a lot on there.
Not a lot. Less malt in the nose.
Right.
Yeah, more mellow than the previous from the pills.
I'll just find out.
Cheers.
Comes through quite a lot in the body though.
Very smooth. Very soft taste.
Yeah, it almost the
It's almost soapy, isn't it? Compared to the Pilsner, anyway.
I don't know. But then again, this might be why I prefer the Barstein to the Paulaner.
Yeah, this
It's like
this is my least favourite three.
Me too.
I think my favourite was actually the Pils. Your favourites appear to be the British Lager. The British Lager was very nice.
Yeah, it doesn't get too oily. There's something in the mouthfeel of it that's...
Yeah,
It sort of removes a lot of the carbonation from it. It's like, it's definitely there, but it doesn't do much for you.
I quite enjoyed it the first couple of sips, but as I'm getting further in, it's getting less appealing. So I think I'm gonna stick with the British Lager as my first choice, I think the Pils is going to come in second, and I think the Helles third.
I mean, I suspect that the British Lager, the Freedom 4, is most similar to the Pioneer because it's the one that shares a hop. And this was a brewed in English lager, whereas
as opposed to most other British lagers where literally they share a hop between set of batches.
So I think I think the British lager and the Pils are very nice. The organic, I could take or leave it, but I'll definitely be trying. If I see Freedom on keg, and it's probably something you will see on a font somewhere. I will, and there's nothing striking me as interesting elsewhere. I'll definitely go for it if it's the 4 or the Pils.
Well, Freedom, I very much remember being available in London quite a lot a few years ago. It was one of the first non-mainstream
kegs. 2 or 3 years ago, I remember seeing Freedom around quite a lot.
And they used to have, they had the little keg fonts that they had. It was kind of split in the middle, wasn't it? I think it was like one top. It was like white and maybe red or something with the star in the middle. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, and the
used to see quite a lot of them, and they sort of seem to have drawn back. I don't know if that's because of competition or
when everywhere
not novel
had Brooklyn
anymore.
Lager, I remember everywhere also having Freedom beers, and I haven't seen
I don't see it much
of either.
Yeah, I don't see it much now. It's still available, but nowhere in the quantity that I recall it before.
No, but keep a look out for that one. I think we'll leave that one alone now. Go through the
We're going to
rest
have
of
to
this.
because me and Quino have agreed, which means the end times are probably upon us.
Yes, right. The British Lager has won it. 2 out of 3 votes. Well done, Freedom. You're doing very nicely.
Brexit.
Do you bring the air horn? The air horn?
I'll pop back.
Okay.
I'll only be an hour.
We'll talk about the Brexit horn later. Comment, subscribe, and we might see another review very, very soon. Goodbye.